What's up, YouTube? Okay, so I did a video on Derons Jam from cky4 a little while back, almost a year ago now actually, of me playing it, and a couple of people asked how I was playing it, so I'm just going to do a lesson on it so you can see exactly what I was playing. So I don't know whether this is exactly how Deron plays it or not, but it sounds awesome to me. We're going to be playing it, and I'm going to be teaching it in standard tuning, so EADGBE, just for the purpose of this lesson. As far as I know, he plays it a full step down, so DGCFAD, from lowest, thickest string to highest. It's entirely up to you. You can down tune to that if you like, but I'd say just for the lesson here, put yourself in standard tuning just so you can sound exactly as I am sounding. I am using a Epiphone Les Paul Pro Standard, which I've recently acquired, and I'm running it through a Boss OC3 Super Octave pedal and into my Line 6 Spider 3 75 watt amp. If anyone cares, I'll show you the equipment at the end of it. I'm going to zoom in now, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you both sections, both riffs, which make up this piece, and then I'm going to zoom in on my left hand so you can see exactly what notes I am playing. If that works, we shall see. So, okay, without further ado, let's crack on. I should add, this may not be exactly how the Derons Jam goes, but it sounds good enough for me. I don't know if this is exactly how Deron Miller plays it. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. A lot of people have different ways of playing it, and a lot of them sound great. We'd definitely be able to get it sounding similar, so hope you enjoy it. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, let us know what you think. So let's get going. Okay, now zoomed in for a close-up. We're gonna look at what you play. So there's only two riffs in this song. We're gonna just look at the first riff. We're gonna break that down, and then afterwards we will look at how you play the second riff. So you're gonna start on the 7th fret on your G string, and now what you're going to do is you want to kind of, because we're going to be playing the D string on the 7th fret right afterwards, so you kind of want to bar those two frets, but when you play the G string, 7th fret, and then you go up to the D string on the 7th fret, you kind of want to just roll your finger up so that when you play that D string, you've muted the G string below it, because you don't want that to ring out. So you simply play those two notes first, so, and then on the D string you come down to the 5th fret with your first finger, and then back up to the 7th fret or with your 3rd finger on the D string. So all in all, you've got this, just those 4 notes. We then, part 1. Part 2, you're going to play 2 open strings on your E string. It's as simple as it is, a little bit of palm muting, and then you play your 7th fret on the A string, so, and then after that you play the 5th fret on your A string, and then back up to the 7th fret on your A string. So all in all, you've got this. You play that twice, so in total. You'll then play your low E string 5 times. And we go into that. So far we've got then going to, on the low E string at the 5th fret, play that, then up to the 7th fret, then up to the 8th fret, and then you, with your first finger, you're going to play the 5th fret on the A string. So far, those 5 open strings first. You then play 2 chugs on your low E open. We do the same as before, so 7th fret on the A string, 5th fret on the A string, and back to 7th on the A string. So far. And then you add in again at the end those 2 opens on the low E. So right, so far, the entire thing so far, we've got this. The next part, you're going to play the 7th fret again on the A string, down with your first finger onto the A string 5th fret, and then down to the 3rd fret on the A string. You're then going to bring your middle finger down onto the 5th fret, and that will be on your D string. You will then slide that up to the 7th fret, and you're going to do the same as before. You're going to roll your finger from your G string on the 7th fret up to the so you're going to roll your 3rd finger across the G string on the 7th fret, then the 7th fret on the D string, and then you're going to come down with your first finger to the 5th fret on the D string, and then back up with your 3rd finger on the D string, 7th fret. So we're going to play that through slowly for you. So. Now when you've got that down, you can sort of, you don't have to take your finger completely off the fret, so you can sort of just slide it in between notes a little. So you don't even have to pick that 3rd fret there if you don't want to. You could just slide down to it. That is the intro, or the first riff. You just repeat that over and over again. You can figure the picking out for yourselves. You're just using downstrokes, upstrokes, or a combination of the both, and some up-down strokes. If you prefer, if you want to take it real slow, you can just do all downstrokes if you're just first starting out. So moving on to the second riff, we're going to move it up a little bit. So just play it for you. So that's what we're going to start with. So that is two chugs on an open low E, and going from the 7th fret on your E string, or A string, sorry. You're then using your pinky to play the 10th fret on the A string. You then do another 2 chugs open low E, and you're going from your pinky finger, you want to put that onto the 9th fret of your A string, and then your first finger comes down to the 5th fret on the A string. So you just repeat that in between. So in between, you're just hitting that low E open twice. So now you're sort of palm muting the low E, but these strings you can play them clean. So the next part goes like this. So you're starting with your middle finger, 2nd finger, on the 3rd fret, A string. You play that twice. You can palm mute it if you like. And then you come down with your 1st finger onto the D string, 2nd fret. And then back with your 3rd finger onto the 3rd fret. You then use your little finger, and that's going to come down onto the 5th fret of your D string. And you play that once, so. And then you come back with your 2nd finger, your middle finger onto the 3rd fret, and you play that twice. So all together, real slow. And that's part 1. You can then move up with your middle finger on the 5th fret of your A string. So when you move up to the 5th fret, you're basically using the same kind of shape as before, similar. You're playing with your middle finger on the 5th fret there on the A string. You play that twice. You then go down with your 1st finger onto your D string on the 4th fret, and you play that once, so this. You then come back up with your 2nd finger, your middle finger, onto the 5th fret of the A string. Play that twice. Play that once, sorry, so like this. You then take your little finger down onto the 7th fret on the D string. Play that once. So from the beginning. And then you bring your 2nd finger, your middle finger, down onto the 5th fret on your D string. And you play that twice. So from the beginning there. You don't have to add that vibrato in, but you can if you want. You can pinch harmonic it or whatever, because that one you hold for a little while. So from that 2nd riff played all the way through. Here we go, slowly. Now when you do that transition from this, you can keep your 3rd fret there fretted and slide it up to the 5th fret, and then you might only have to pick that once. Or you could just play it twice, slide it, and then play it twice again. So. I think that sounds quite nice if you kind of lightly palm mute all of it. So there we go. That is pretty much how you play it. I'm going to go to a wide shot and I'm going to play it all the way through with the Octave pedal so you can just hear it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Picking on that 2nd part is, again, you can use alternate picking to get it quite fast and tight. but if you feel more comfortable, just start with all down strokes. I find it easier to alternate pick because some of it you're doing two notes quite quickly on the same string, or on that first example, you're playing 2 notes with an upstroke, so you could just use 2 upstrokes. So yeah, cheers. So I've got a couple of lights there, which just helps the camera. That there is the Boss Super Octave OC3. As far as I know, Deron uses the OC2 model, which is no longer made, but you can pick it up used, but it costs about the same or more as this one, new. So it's for the die-hard fans only. But apparently that is the one that Deron actually uses. It's just going into my amp, got my foot switched there, and my line 6 amp, and obviously the tripod, and that's it. And some nice camouflage red Jim Dunlop USA picks there, which are awesome. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Peace.